Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's Collective Tarot Love reading. I have your cards ready. I am going to deep dive and explain in detail by way of the cards what's going on with both you and your person. So let's go. Your crowning card today is the Magician card. The Magician card pertains to both you and your person. The Magician card is about gaining knowledge and understanding the truth about oneself, to learn wisdom, discipline, and appreciation, to overcome obstacles and challenges one has in front of them, to show patience, love and kindness, and humility when working with others, to know the truth, to strive, to fully commit, to be a mission, self-mastery, the Magician card. Now, just before I carry on, Collective, I'd just like to say I offer counselling, mentorship, advice, programs, and tarot readings. If you're interested, all details are in the description box below this video. I'm not just a tarot reader. Let's carry on. Now, you're coming in with the Ace of Pentacles, Collective. Now, what the Ace of Pentacles is talking about here, Collective, in terms of your person, in the past, your person had a perception of you. And that perception here, Collective, you were like everybody else. Here, they saw you like everybody else. And that perception, what I'm talking about there, Collective, is that they saw you a certain way. I know it's not nice to say, but it's like saying here, Collective, there was no difference about you. What it also talks about here in terms of the Ace of Pentacles here, Collective, is that you've ended out a past program. Yeah, of course, there was a certain way in which people saw you. And what I get there, Collective, is that that's how you made it to be. That's how you built it, Collective. Not knowing here, not knowing in the past your perception, not knowing that it could be a different way, that it could be, or you could be seen different here, Collective. There may have been that fear to come out of that comfort zone, to come out of that codependency here, Collective, and stand on your own 2 feet. This is what the Ace of Pentacles is talking about in terms of a past cycle that you have ended out when you're coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. Because what the Ace of Pentacles is talking about here, Collective, is that you've made changes. You want to be better. You want to live a better life. Here, you want to be different. Because I normally, most times, Collective, I see the Ace of Pentacles as yourself. You are the new beginning. Here in your reading. And this is how your person sees you. Now, what it's talking about here also, Collective, is this still on offer? I don't know how else to say it. Here, Collective. All right, let's carry on. You're coming in with the Strength card. And so what the Strength card is talking about here, you can talk about an ego. It talks about surrender the ego here, Collective. Let go of the control. Trust in the universe, trust in yourself, that you're making the right decision. But that pertains to your person here, Collective. See, what it talks about here also, collective, it does talk about yourself and your person, yet there's a difference here, collective, because it's talking about here you're actually doing it, whereas your person sees you doing it. That's what I'm getting here. Okay? So what it talks about here, collective, to end out that past cycle, to come away from that program was neglect, abandonment, and rejection here, collective. To end out that past negative cycle here, you're coming in with negative attachments, that ego. You're coming in with patterns and habits. Now this could be alcohol, this could be drugs here, collective. What it talks about there in your reading is that in the past, and I want to touch on it so that we're able to, just so that you can connect the dots. In the past, he collective, that was your comfort zone. That was that codependency, and that is exactly how your person saw you, and you even saw yourself that way, that you were just like everybody else. That's what I'm getting here in your reading. So you behaved like everybody else, and I'm not saying that that was wrong, he collective, because like I said in the beginning, you didn't know that there was a way that you could be different here. You may have even struggled here, collective, to end out that program, that way of thinking here, collective, that ego. Now, coming in with the strength card, what it talks about there, collective, it talks about self-confidence, gaining the confidence here. Yeah, of course, to end out a past cycle, that takes time to do that, collective, in terms of death and transformations here, but you also have to build it up again, and that's what the strength card is talking about. Knowledge about oneself here, collective. Getting to know yourself, getting to know who you truly are. And so this would have meant here, collective, overcoming obstacles and challenges here to get to build your strength here, to build your confidence, your own self-worth here, collective, to value yourself here in your reading, to come out of that program where in the past it may have been about others, acceptance, the collective belonging. See, what it talks about here in your reading is, once again, your person knows, your person is learning more about you here. I'll keep going. Now, you're coming in with the Chariot card. And so what the Chariot card is talking about here, collective is freedom. That's what I'm getting here. But now that you have that freedom talks about knowing oneself here, collective. That's how it's coming in. In terms of the Magician card, it's about, it has to be done correct here. There is no room here, collective, to slip. That's what I'm picking up when you're coming in with the Chariot card. Because with the Chariot card, it's about making that conscious effort. Making that conscious effort to change. And this Chariot card, and in terms of wisdom, it talks about learning. That's what it's saying. Still learning here. Still learning about oneself is what it's saying here. But that learning is here, collective, is knowing your negative, one's own reality, the truth about oneself, one's own negative patterns and habits here, collective, so that you can make positive changes here, collective, so you can make that conscious effort. This is what the Chariot card is talking about. Now, in terms of your person here, collective, what it talks about there in your reading is wanting to come towards you. But how do they do that? This is what it's saying. They don't want to make a mistake here either. They don't want to slip either, collective. If they are going to come towards you in terms of the Chariot card, your person has to end out a past cycle. And once again, that past cycle could very well be this ego here. And the ego is either positive or negative here, collective. But what I picking up here, collective, in terms of this ego, it's about self-empowerment for your person. It's about self-love here. Which is why they too are coming in with the Magician card. Because you are this person's match. That's how they see it. And see, by this knowledge, gaining knowledge about how your person sees you here, collective, it's bigger than that for your person. It's actually feelings as well. Your person's feelings are growing here, collective, and it may be turning into a problem for your person because there's nobody like you. It's coming in like that. So to take this action towards you here, collective, your person knows that it has to be a certain way here. Because of the way in which your person saw you in the past. This is what it's saying. Because you're unlike anyone. The feelings that your person has for you at this time is unlike any other kind of feelings, or they've never felt that way before, collective. That's what it's talking about here. And because of the past here, collective, your person is really mindful, is what I'm getting. So how do they get you to come towards them and make that offer? That offer that's over here, this new beginning. Is this offer still up for grabs? I don't know how else to say it. Do I still get this offer? Can I still have this offer? Yeah, can I still have you? The Chariot. What I also pick up here, collective, is that this is your person. This is doing your person's head in. The Chariot. This momentum here, collective. The next steps. They're worried. Yeah, they're worried here, collective. All right, now you're coming in with Lovers here in your reading. Now that pertains to you here, collective, is what it talks about here. And what I'm getting here, collective, is that you have options. Okay, let me just say it there. But you're not, that's not the end goal, is what it's talking about here, because this is something your person is well aware of here, collective. Because of where you are and what you're doing here, collective, and because you've gone through transformations here, collective, because you know the truth about oneself here, this is not the end goal for you at this time, is what it's talking about here in your reading. It's not about just sleeping with someone just because. There's something about that when it comes to you, and there's something there that your person knows. There is a way in which you get to know a person, is what it's talking about here. In terms of discipline here, collective. When you know a person here, collective, there it's saying here in your reading, you're learning to get to know a person here. You take the steps to do that. Maybe in the past you did it a certain way here, collective. I just want to be honest here. Just make sure I hit this card right. Because when you're coming in like this, collective, with lovers, what your reading is saying is that you just don't go too far. You don't give out mixed signals here. You stay in control here in your reading. You don't leave it to chance here, collective, because that is not the end goal at this time for you. Because what your person doesn't understand here, collective, is that this choice here is actually them. You don't get carried away here, collective, is what it talks about here in your reading, by these options that you have in front of you. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Just sleeping with people just because, that's not something that you are up to. That's not something that you are doing at this time, especially when it comes to the Magician card. All right? Yeah, I would say you are attracting a lot of attention here, collective. Lovers. But lovers is also about here, collective, equal give and take. And I'm not saying because they have to have something to offer. That's what it talks about. It can't be all about you. They have to have something. Here, they have to have. It's like saying here in your reading, they too have to follow their heart's desire. Because you're coming in with harmony here, collective. See, I spoke about with the Chariot card, you have your freedom here, collective, and you just don't want to be controlled by others. All right? So if they followed their heart's desire here, if they were happy and had their own happiness and loved what they were doing here, collective, they wouldn't want to control you. That's what I'm getting. And that's the type of person you're looking for here. All right, now you're coming in with the Knight of Swords. And so what it talks about here, collective, is definitely your person, but it's not just your person. You have others watching you as well here, learning. But what it talks about here, collective, is that they can't quite connect the dots. That's what I'm getting. As to what it is that they need to do for themselves when you're coming in with a Knight of Swords here, collective. It's someone who's still a student, and the Magician is still a student, still learning to master here, collective. Okay, but what the Knight of Swords is talking about here, collective, is they don't know that it's a past cycle, a past program that they need to fully end out here, collective. In terms of connecting the dots here, in terms of having a relationship with you, in terms of coming towards you here. When you're coming in with the Knight of Swords, this person is still in a past program of tradition and religion, that it has to be a certain way, that it has to look a certain way here, collective. And the way in which you're coming in here, collective, when it comes to the Knights of Swords, this person can't connect the dots yet. Or they are learning to here, collective, but they still can't put their finger on it. This is what it talks about here. Now, what I get here with your person watches you. You have your person's attention. Maybe that's the better way of saying it here, collective. You have your person's attention. But you don't know that you have your person's attention. This is what it talks about here in your reading. Also, Okay, let's keep going. Now you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. And so once again, when you're talking about the Wheel of Fortune here, collective, it's talking about coming out of that past program, fully ending out here your skewed perception of love. It's when I talk about that past program here, collective, it talks about how you were loved here, how you were shown love to be, how you felt love may have been here, collective, or it was pain, hurt, and fear, and coming away from that here, collective, so that you can crack your heart space open. And this is for both you and your person. This is what it talks about. And it also talks about here, collective, patience. You needed patience here. So you couldn't end out a past cycle here, collective, and go towards your person here. It needed time. You needed time to do that because you had to understand oneself here. The Wheel of Fortune. That's what the Wheel of Fortune talks about here, collective, is coming out of a past cycle, a past way of seeing things, doing things here, collective. Changes. And you are coming in with the Knight of Swords. So yeah, most definitely this is your person wanting a new cycle here, collective. Now you're coming in with the Queen of Wands. And so what the Queen of Wands is talking about here, collective, is that there's a lot of changes that are happening here in your reading. You've been through changes. You are actually coming in as changed. You're different. You're better here, collective. But what it all, living a better life here, well, it talks about making better choices for yourself. What it also talks about here, collective, is courage and strength. Here, self-improvement, self-empowerment here, collective. Self-love here in your reading, dealing with your own negative, okay, collective, your own negative attachments here in your reading. But what it also talks about here, collective, is that you're not out there talking about it here in your reading. You're keeping a lot to yourself here. This is what this card is saying. Humility here, collective. This is what it talks about here in your reading. It talks about understanding others is what I'm getting here. All right, let's come in again. So you're coming in with the Fool card. The Fool card talks about that leap of faith into the unknown here, collective, truly knowing who you are. This is the truth. And what this talks about here, collective, it talks about what you had to learn here, what you had to learn in order to get to where you are today. This is what it talks about. To make those positive changes in your life, you actually had to learn about yourself and your own reality here in your reading. Now, in terms of your person coming in here, collective, your person wants to take a leap of faith. Now, excuse me here, guys. Now, coming in with the Queen of Wands, what it talks about there in your reading is your person finds you extremely attractive. But they're not the only ones here, collective. That's what it talks about. Now, you're coming in with the Ten of Swords here. And so what the Ten of Swords is talking about here, collective, is your person. Is the regret here, their emotions here, collective, the way in which they treated you in the past here in your reading. This talks about negative. This is what you had to work on here, collective. Okay? In order, the lessons that you had to learn about yourself when you're coming in with the Ten of Swords to finally fully end out that past cycle here in your reading. But for your person, what it talks about here, collective, is they know that it's you. Now they know it's you. A lot of regret here. Your person listened to other people about themselves, about who they were, their reality here, collective, and also about you. Okay? Now you're coming in with the Ten of Cups. Here, collective, this is the cycle that both you and your person are wanting. All right? Ultimate abundance. Now your person wants to bring it into their reality. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That was the last card. Thank you so much for your reading. Join us in the Facebook group, and I'll catch you later. Bye.